it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got her. And yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sookie now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me. And they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of foxy mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Richardson going right to the air. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Now Richardson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Here's Richardson to throw. And this this one is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's more on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the corner. Down the numbers. There he goes. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 33 and a first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
That's complete to Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
1st down, Washington.
It's not over. Why are you guys giving up? Better than this. You do it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort turned it into a successful play.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. On third down, here's Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returning it is Moore. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it as we resume action. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Lamar changing the look. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit
He finds Smith and Jimbo in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. York now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. 27 yards there, a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down in there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job controlling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! From 21 yards away. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Richardson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
A gain of 37 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Got the comeback route complete to Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more yards. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 3rd down and 13. Jackson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, this from 39. Gano's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Buying time to his left. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Richardson looking to throw this. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
That's what I like to hear.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Richardson out of the shotgun. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. That will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jackson's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
starts with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. On 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Barkley hit in the ball, pass free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah,
and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that...
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
It's out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Play action. It's Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Pass incomplete. His connection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
You see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Either just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Pass complete there to Nakura. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Puka Nakura, 61 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Washington.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Washington going to send out their punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Taken in at the 11. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that'll be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Take it at the 37. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And Tariq Carpenter will be credited with the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Jackson going to keep it running right. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Slayton. A gain there of 21 yards.
But every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. This is something that we've seen from Lamar Jackson since back in his Louisville days. He can be so dangerous with the RPO.
Yeah, and whoever designed the RPOs, it's almost like they had a guy like Lamar Jackson in mind because of his ability to do everything. He can tuck it and throw it. He can tuck it and run it. He can hand it off inside when he gets the right read. Bottom line is most teams want him to hand it off because when he takes off and goes, he can break down a defense.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
What took you so long?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Oh, man, come on!
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Richardson to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Cade York on now for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. York able to send this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Jackson now. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Nolan Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's Jackson to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.